How many people listen for the full hour?
Everyone.
I didn't even listen for the full hour.
I did.
on that.
I listened for like 20 seconds. I wasn't in it.
Boy, you're terrible.
Wow.
Welcome to Hilariously Terrible Podcast, where we talk about random stuff and how Ian Perry is the worst listener of our podcast. So, hello, I'm Ryan Holtz.
I clicked on it.
I'm Andrew Clark. I actually care about the members of this podcast.
Ooh.
I'm Ian.
Wow. Doesn't want to give away his last name, even though I already did. So
Perry.
there
He's
you go.
new.
And I'm Lucas. Oh my God! The writer. That's for the 5 of you on the internet who know what JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
You
is.
100% topped out the mic there. So
That's what we do.
peaking.
I wasn't. Yeah, it was totally peaking. You can see that waveform. Look at
Yeah,
that.
I can see
God.
You went out of control.
Oh my
You went out of
God.
control a little bit. But that's fine.
You're making it harder for the editor now.
Every minute.
And that's me.
Every
I'm
minute.
always-
I have to
Sorry,
balance
Ryan.
this shit, Lucas.
Yeah, I
Get it
absolutely
together.
do. Well, I had to censor, and that was my own decision. And then you went and piggybacked.
Do they get
and
to see this
censored
mic
again.
in the frame?
Absolutely, they do.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
It's
Part of
professional
the-
looking.
yeah.
That's nice. Oh, that's the
That's our
the
mic
thingy.
stand.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
mic stand. I see
Every
it.
minute of
No more
Hilariously
hang on
Terrible
the
is peaked
table,
out.
reverberating throughout the entire audio. It's gonna be great.
Is this the first one that you guys are doing with the...
I'm gonna kick
The last one we
microphone
used like
for
a
little bit.
combination of microphones. That one was miraculously able to like pick us up
That one's the
all
best.
up super well.
Well, it's
so
just a solid.
And
mic.
it's a pretty big...
It gets it done. But
it's
yeah, this
Crush.
week Jade is sick, so we've got Ian. I mean, it'll be more of a rotating cast anyway. There's not really going to be any set members. I mean, I myself might be in it more than my fair share, just because it's my idea and everything like that. But
He's
other
in
than that,
charge.
it's definitely going to be more of a rotating cast and everything. So can't really expect the same members anyway. But for now, we have Ian Perry. Ian, why
Yes.
don't you introduce yourself?
I am Ian Perry. I
a good start.
am from Washington, D.C.
Ooh,
Land of the free.
exotic.
What's your major?
I'm majoring in communication arts.
Number 2 program in the nation.
Yes. Well, number 1 if you work for Telefund. That's what you tell
Oh.
people on the phone.
That's fair.
I didn't get to call anyone on
Never got
that,
to call comments,
on
but
that
that's
line.
fine. That's fine. That's a good call.
And yes,
That is all.
that's about
That
that's
is who
about
he
it.
is as a person.
That's about, and I'm growing
those
a beard
3
now.
senses. I saw that.
Oh, you're
it's-
committing to that.
No,
finally.
I'm gonna
Oh.
shave it.
Oh,
Oh.
Probably
I need
tomorrow.
to shave as well. So.
I think like
Yeah.
Fair play.
I feel
getting a
homeless
little-
right now.
Everyone's
scruffy.
getting scruffy except for Lucas. Lucas wanted to look very professional.
Well, Lucas has got some scruff there.
Clean.
He's got some scruff right there.
Yo, I use an electric
What is
razor
that, about
and
3 weeks for you?
Damn.
shave every day. Electric razor. Really should switch to the
conventional.
yeah, but I'm lazy and not in the mood to learn right now.
I used to
Wait.
use the electric razor because I had never used a
Yep.
conventional. Conventional, just 100%. Like the electric, it's not harder at all. It's literally just.
It's fun. You can do it in the shower.
Well, my
I
old
do
man
do it.
No, that's the
raves
best
about
way to
You
do
do
it.
do.
It's so
You
nice.
do.
It's nice. I do all over the place.
That's
I
disgusting.
only do
At
in
least
the
I don't
shower.
share. At least I don't share a bathroom with him. So
Yeah.
there's the plus to that.
Yeah, we still haven't cleaned our bathroom yet this year.
It looks. I'm assuming it's
Oh
disgusting.
my
It is
God.
not even gross.
Is it not?
It's not even been 2
Can we
months.
take pictures
It
and give it to
was
the
okay.
audience?
There's
It's
like,
okay.
yeah, it's
we
not,
do
it's
have
not
a
terrible.
very awkward mirror placement, though.
Yeah, our mirror is the worst idea ever.
You get to watch yourself pee.
Yeah, it's wall to wall. You can see everything.
It's
and if
good.
you're a
You're
guy
doing everything.
and you're staring at the wall, it's uncomfortable.
You
Let's
can look.
just say.
You can look yourself in the eye as you.
You
Or
can make
look at-
aggressive
tinkle.
eye contact with yourself. It's great.
Like in Harold and Kumar,
Yep.
where the guy just walks up
Yeah.
the urinal
that-
next
You
to
can
him.
just straight up mad dog yourself.
Is that Harold and Kumar
looking
one?
at me?
No, no, that was the one.
I think that's a
the
running
bush.
joke in all
yeah.
of them. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, really?
In Harold and Kumar 2, it's a bush in the middle of the forest, and in Harold and Kumar 1,
No,
it's
Harold
like
and
a
Kumar one.
I
is
mean,
a bush in
they're
the
not
forest.
numbered, so I think you need to use their colloquial
Okay,
names.
there's Harold and Kumar 2, otherwise known as Harold
White
and Kumar.
Escape from
right?
Guantanamo
Oh, no,
Bay.
White
No,
Castle's the first one.
You White
Well,
Castle,
White
then
Castle's the first
Guantanamo.
one, then Guantanamo, and then
Then
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
very in Harold Kumar Christmas.
A very
Some-
and Harold, yes.
Yeah,
Which
no,
came
I
out in
can't speak.
November.
Yeah, I
But it was
remember
like
that.
a year ago,
Mazel
right?
tov.
Or 2
No, it
years
was a
ago?
couple years ago.
Yeah,
that was a
like
while. I
our
was in
senior
high
year,
school.
we're all in the
We
same
were
grade.
seniors.
It was our
Yeah.
senior year, and it came out in like November, despite being very much a Christmas movie.
Yeah, well, and it had Neil Patrick Harris. Again.
NPH, back from the
Always.
dead.
Back from the dead.
Back from-
and straight as shit, He's
Very.
no longer gay in that universe. Never. I guess he never really was.
I
No,
mean, he
it was
wasn't.
just a-
in
It was just
any-
assumed that he
a
was gay
long
by
It was a
characters.
facade.
He was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
he wasn't in
shallow.
How I Met Your Mother too. That was like his character.
Yeah.
And yeah, he wasn't gay either.
He was the player.
It's funny that like his character and like who he really is is actually kind of polar opposite.
It's
No, it's
almost
just
like when people act, they're pretending to be something.
I know,
they're not.
but he's been typecast
No,
as
he
that,
is a
which is
kid.
what makes it weird. Because like
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr., I'm assuming is just Iron, like he's Tony Stark all the time. Like he's typecast as Tony Stark. I feel like
The cool guy.
Kit
That's not a bad-
like a
Harington.
cool, eccentric, like rich guy. You
Kit
know?
Harington, cool guy, kind of a downer though.
A little bit brooding.
NPH is a character
little
actor,
brooding.
but that character isn't his personality whatsoever.
Jon Snow.
Oh yeah, now that Jon Snow is gonna be in Call of Duty, do you think is?
Is he
He's
really?
in Call of Duty.
Yeah, no,
he's
he's
the
the
bad
Warfare?
guy.
He's the bad guy.
Call of Duty Space.
He's gonna be following up Kevin Spacey as the Call of
my
Duty bad
God.
guy.
Was Kevin Spacey considered good in that? I
No, he's the bad guy.
Yeah, but did he play?
No, like, did he do a good
Yeah.
job?
He's Kevin Spacey.
I mean, I know he's Kevin Spacey.
I know it's a little bit
Did
different
they-
when like you're just in a skin tight
He's
suit
done
with a
voice.
bunch of dots.
He's done voice acting before though.
Has he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's a great actor, so I wouldn't,
I'm
obviously.
assuming.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
put it past him to be able
And
to
you
be
can
good
only,
at
even though
anything.
the best actor can only take a bad script so far.
Ooh, shots fired at an. Wait, no, I don't even remember. Was that Advanced Warfare?
Is
I think
that
that's
Infinity
Infinity
Ward?
Ward. Yeah. Shots
assuming
fired at
it's-
that game developer, Lucas.
I haven't played Call of Duty.
Zombies
forever.
is overrated.
Wow.
Zom-
Are we gonna do this?
Zombies was fun as shit.
Is
early
that what we're
on.
going to do today? Are we going to fight?
I think Black Ops 3
Bring it.
zombies look dumb as hell, but
I didn't own Black Ops 3.
neither did I.
I didn't own any of them past
It
Black
got
Ops
crazy. There was
1.
like a flying spaghetti monster and stuff. And I'm not kidding.
No, I saw a couple gameplay videos. which
It's
is why I
like
thought-
become the beast, and then you start flying.
To quantify this, I was super on board for a Call of Duty Zombies up until the point when I realized that this like half-running plot thing they were doing wasn't actually going to go anywhere, and I lost like 100% interest real quick.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. I was fine with Transit, like the first Black Ops 2 Zombies map.
Yep,
Like it was kind of fun.
That was where it started to get a little hokey for me,
Yeah.
just because like
I didn't play
the
any
more
of these.
complicated it got, like the more things you had to
I know.
do,
I played Black
like
Ops 1.
the less I think it
Yeah,
worked.
the best.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Who's got some topics? Lucas, I see you've once again got a buttload, or however you
I
put it
prefer
last
topics
time.
for days, but
Topics
however
for
you want
days.
to quantify it. The one I think we should start out with, though, that's going to generate the most and the
Oh, God.
most hilarious conversation.
Okay.
What is your trigger?
Ooh, boy. Oh, I got a trigger warning in my class for the first time today.
Oh, my-
Wait,
wow.
Okay,
yeah,
talk
we're
about
gonna
that
be-
instead.
Wait,
Bring
wait,
it.
what do you mean?
No, I mean, it'd just be short, but we're talking about Gamergate on Thursday, and my
Oh my
professor is just like, if you are gonna be like triggered by like very sexist remarks and everything like that, just mentally prepare yourself. I'm not giving you a free pass. You still need to learn the material and show up to lecture, but
Like
you know,
harden up.
yeah,
a little
get
bit.
ready and
Yeah.
mentally prepare yourself. You're allowed to like leave the room if it gets too intense for you or anything, but you are absolutely. This is a trigger warning basically, and I'm like, whoa.
The only time I've ever gotten a trigger warning in class was for a literature class that I was taking about
Mhm.
crime, and we had to watch a series on Netflix about a child getting raped and the aftermath of that. And it was kind of like
a little bit.
That's
like
triggering.
trigger warning,
That's trigger
guys. It was like
warning.
the first day. They're like, you're not going to get a pass, but you know, if you want to drop out now, go ahead.
Oh,
I have yet to
so
hear
not
a
even a trigger
warning.
warning, more like
Get out.
deal with this or like you're out.
Well, no, it was just like we don't want you to get 8 weeks into the semester and be like, I can't handle this.
Oh, it was like,
Yeah.
okay.
It was like at some point we'll be
Wait,
discussing.
so the
this.
professor has to pull the class aside and say, this is the trigger? Because I've never
I
had
think it
one.
was during lecture.
Yeah, it
He
was
doesn't
during
like
lecture.
pull everyone into
What-
this
You
small
guys-
room,
guys, yeah,
start
it's
whispering
it's like
There's a trigger
one-on-one.
here.
What if whispering is my trigger?
Well, then.
The screen just starts
Yeah,
shaking.
So you just avoid all ASMRs then?
Oh my god, yeah. No, like my ASMR is really loud talking.
So Lucas is your ASMR. How does it feel living with
Welcome.
him? Is it just constant tingles?
I mean,
Just, ooh.
really, he loves being triggered. He's a trigger fetish.
Oh, really? He
that's
loves
why it
being
works.
triggered.
That's why it works so well.
Ian, what you got?
Not eating a sandwich with the crust. I feel like that's a waste of bread.
No?
Triggers me.
I think
It
wow.
triggers me.
Oh, so
It's
like when
very
little,
mild, but I mean,
when
hey.
mothers cut the crust off of the
That's
sandwich
you're
for
wasting.
children.
You're wasting.
I
the
hate it when they
sandwich bread.
peel it. When they cut it, they can get really precise, and like only lose like that much bread. But when they start peeling the crust, that's when you really start to like lose chunks of bread.
Well, no, it's
There's
just you're
so
wasting.
much white
Yeah.
going to
No,
waste.
Terrible.
it's that crust is valuable. That gives you nutrients like
No.
carbohydrates.
No,
and-
it's the burnt part. Like,
but
It's not
wow.
the burnt part.
Wow.
No, I mean like, isn't that what it is? It's
the
like
minute
the
Andrew
crusty
sees something
part on
dark,
the
it's
edge.
got to be burnt.
Crust isn't like crust on bread. Do you not eat your crust?
No, I absolutely
Okay.
do.
Like it's soft. It's just
It just-
part of the bread.
it just
Yeah,
tastes
Like I could understand if it was like a hard exterior crust that you wouldn't want to eat it, but
But if you like actually
know what I want
bake
right now?
bread,
What?
like
Donut.
like you understand like people bake bread,
Yeah.
they don't just
No,
like
it doesn't just
grow
appear.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I want donut either.
you don't have like
Let's
pick
talk
it off
about
of
like
bread.
bread.
you
We
bake
can get, like,
it's
fine
it's not
bread.
like the end
Now we're having
of
two
like
different
or the
conversations.
outside.
Yeah, I
of
was
I
gonna
think
say,
that's
don't
very
do
good
that.
for a podcast.
What?
No, they
Uh,
just
yeah,
broke
two
off into a
different
separate
conversations.
conversation, which
Yeah.
you can't do. No
Yeah.
offense,
No.
but
It's like
No, I
rule
don't
number
do it.
1 of podcasting.
yeah.
Come on.
Stay
get
on
it together.
topic.
Well, no, you can go off topic, but everyone needs to do it together. No one can break off into separate conversations.
Collectively stay on a topic.
Yeah.
The point is that when you bake bread, like it's all soft, and then like as it heats up, the outside gets like crusty and hard.
But it's not hard.
Why did they say crusty?
Well,
You're saying
like
crusty like the
Italian
adjective
bread or
crusty.
French bread.
That's a
it's hard.
different type of bread. I'm
Well,
talking about
you just
like
said
we're
bread.
talking about sandwich
No,
bread.
but wait a second.
He said it's
Wait a
sandwich.
second. You said crusty. Crusty is like a different. That's like different connotations.
But there's a reason it's
Crusty.
called crusty. It's a
no,
crust.
yeah, but you
Crust
associate
of the
crusty
It's
with
a
something a
hard
little bit
thing on
different.
the outside.
Yeah, but you associate crusty with a little something different.
I'm not saying that like bread crust and the stuff that forms in your eye when you have pink eye is the same.
Is that?
Is it not?
I don't know. I've never done like a
Well,
molecule test. of
Brie
what the fuck.
cheese is coated in mold. Bread is coated in eye crust.
What about the crust of the earth, Andrew, that we all live on and like take advantage?
It's very
of?
hard. That crust is hard as shit.
I don't.
Is shit hard? I thought shit was soft.
Oh my god.
We are getting out of control.
my
Andrew,
God.
what's your trigger?
It's a little obscure.
Oh.
My trigger is phrenology.
The skull.
Oh, you knew it!
Oh,
You
yeah.
knew it!
It's in Django Unchained. Absolutely.
Is that a thing?
No, it's pseudoscience.
Yeah, no, it's not
It's
even
like
pseudo-
That's the thing with
it's
the
like
dimples.
astrology.
kind of. Okay, so like
That's not science.
No,
No, it's-
pseudoscience.
You can
It
determine
was-
Pseudoscience
science.
equals not
it
science.
was a science. It's been debunked a long time ago, but somewhere between like 150 and 100 years ago,
Okay.
there was this whole big social science / biology movement that you could study the skull of someone and determine what kind of person they were, like the shape of someone's forehead and the size of their nose and like the height of their cheekbones, and it all basically just equated to, you know, people with like white European features were like listed as being good people, and people with Asian or Black or Native American
So you-
features were listed as like, oh, they're more likely to be liars or thieves and stuff
Wait,
like
so
that.
you're
That's
triggered by
subservient.
just
Yeah.
racism in
Yeah.
general
Yeah.
then? So racism in general is your trigger?
Or the pseudoscience
But it's
defense.
no,
Okay.
it's pseudoscience that
It's the
Yeah,
propagates
it's the whole
racism.
okay.
it's the whole
Okay.
thing that people can say like,
Alright.
oh look, there's a scientific like reason
That
that
I'm
white
racist.
people
That's
are
fair.
better.
No, that's
no,
good.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
No,
It
absolutely.
is. I
And-
can absolutely.
And I
agree
had to
with that.
take like half a semester basically learning about it, and like just every day I would just hate myself at the end.
Why'd you have to take a semester? Wait, like
'Cause
take
it
a
was
semester
about-
on the pseudoscience or like as the science was real?
No. It was about like the history of biology in America and like the different
okay.
movements, and so we talked about like
So it's like-
epigenetics
okay.
and
That's fair.
what's it called?
Science.
Like the better genes, stuff like that.
Superior genes?
Eugenics.
Oh,
Eugenics.
eugenics.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about all that.
That's
Yeah.
a little more founded.
God.
Well, no,
Well
yeah.
then,
I mean,
Triggered.
you
Andrew's
got one end of the
triggered.
spectrum
Oh my
with
God.
phrenology, and then you've got the exact opposite with eugenics.
You're gonna trigger him real quick.
All
What is your trigger, Ryan?
So, I mean, Andrew literally just brought up like my emotional one, which is like alarm clocks. For some reason, I have it in my head that whenever an alarm clock goes off, I'm gonna like wake up and be like propelled out of my state of consciousness into like some other state of consciousness, and I have no clue what's even going on. So I don't really like that, and it also just emotionally like I immediately have a reaction to it. But I'd say like a physical trigger, which I kind of call like going primal, is when I get hit in the head with a ball or something. I go full primal. Like I get mad, like beyond like it's like seeing red rage. I don't know why, but if I get hit in the head with something, like I go full like and get like really mad.
I wanna
To
try this out
battle!
sometime.
And I think it's just like it's like primality. It's a reaction from way back in the day that has
So
come
if I
into
had that
where I
little
am now.
purple ball and I like lobbed it up and bounced it on your head,
No.
like flip.
I'm talking like I've been
Like
hit
a
in the head with like a
football.
basketball.
Oh, like
Yeah.
getting pegged.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
someone took a half court shot while I was warming up for basketball, like back in like 7th grade, and it just pegged me in the head, and I went
Oh,
running
yeah.
after the guy who did.
Okay.
I was seeing red. I don't know. It's a primal thing. I guess that's the closest thing that I have to an actual like trigger where it's like I go into like a different state when something like that happens to me, even though it's not like an emotional trigger.
We're gonna play this just awful prank on you, quote unquote prank. We're
Just
gonna
hit me in the head with something
no,
heavy.
we're gonna wake you up.
It's gonna be a
in the
dumbbell.
morning.
okay.
Your alarm clock is going to be us pegging you in the head while you sleep with a football.
And I get double triggered. And I'm just like, I'm in a different state of consciousness, and it's anger. And I just start punching.
Is it like
I just start throwing
Is it
fists.
double triggered or does it like cancel each other out?
It's
and
trigger jeopardy.
You're like mellow.
I'm just super. Wow, what a good way to wake up.
Stay tuned for Badger TV's spin-off All Prank Channel.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Fucking, it's just an
Fousey
experiment,
too.
bro.
It's Fousey too.
It's just an experiment. All right, so we'll move on to someone else with a topic. We can always circle back to Lucas. He's got a ton.
For
You got
days.
anything to go?
Well,
No, Andrew, you got anything?
I had something.
Oh, okay.
But like
Yeah, no,
you
go
said,
ahead.
not anything political.
Okay.
What
then
if I
Andrew.
avoid political, but I still think it's funny?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Andrew,
Okay.
what you got?
Just really short. I'm sure that like people are gonna bust these out really quick. But like, what's a moment that you guys have that you can remember where you said something or did something and immediately, like within a heartbeat, thought like, okay, shit. My next project is I have to create a time machine to prevent myself from doing or saying that. Because how hard can it be? It was only like 5 seconds ago. How hard can it be to reverse that?
Yeah.
And it's very hard.
Like your immediate thought is like, I am now devoting the rest of my life to science so that I can
Yeah.
create a time machine. That's fair. I think I have a ton of these. Most of them are back from like high school, and they are every single time you have like a text message and you're like kind of like flirting with the send button.
yeah.
You're like, ooh, I know that this is gonna have some
Yeah.
sort of ramifications. Like you know it's a big moment, and then you send it and you don't get any response for like days, and you're just like, that time machine. No, bitch, that was a mistake. I need to go back and fix
Yeah.
all that. And I had like probably 12 of those in
Or you
like
pull the whole
middle
like,
school and high school.
Lamau,
JK.
I just saw that was to you. I meant to send that to my buddy.
JK, haha, JK, bro. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Every time that you kind of are like debating, like, should I send it, should I not? And then you do, and it backfires. That is when I'm like, uh-oh, time to go time machine.
Yeah.
Lucas, what you got?
Mine is also high school, Lucas. I feel like
It's all
that
high
is a
school.
prime.
That's
like,
a moment
part of
you
life
really need a
where-
time
yep.
machine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
high school is all just one regrettable moment.
Anyway,
God.
at my high school job, it was like a nice, like actually business type of job. I had like a computer, got to like put my own background on and everything, like personalize it a little bit. So then one day, like switching out shifts, this
Oh,
girl who
no.
at my work, yeah, he knows the story.
I know it.
This girl, she's attractive looking. I'd rather be on her good side. She looks at my computer
She's attracted
screen.
to you, or you're attracted to her.
I'm attracted to her.
Okay.
She wasn't attracted to me anymore, if she ever was. But she looks at my computer and she's like, "Oh, cool! Is that one of like the robot things from Star Wars on the background?" And it was Metal Gear Rex from the Metal Gear series. And I was like, "Actually," and I go on to like explain it for like a couple of minutes. And as soon as I started that rant, I like out of body experience could see myself doing this, and I'm just saying to myself, "What are you doing? No, done. Exit. Stop. No."
Pull the eject button.
Yeah, I imagine like 14-year-old Luke's like, actually, this is
Actually,
he is Metal Gear Solid Rex from the Metal Gear series. He's a nuclear-powered walking tank.
16 actually. I'm not sure if that makes it better or worse.
Yeah, that is worse. Inherently. You had more developed social skills than 14-year-old you, I'm assuming, unless you took a big step back because of your Metal Gear playing. I have no idea.
I like to assume I have social skills at all.
Ooh.
Ian, what's your time machine moment?
This podcast.
wow.
I'm kidding.
That
I'm
was
kidding.
quick.
I'm
was
kidding. I love this. This is a great time.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying this with any sarcasm in
Yeah.
my voice. It just always sounds like I have sarcasm.
It
It's
kind of does. Is that your time machine?
It's like sarcastable. Now I wish I hadn't.
You
said
wish
that.
you could fix that part of yourself.
I had,
back when you were 4, when you learned to talk sarcastically.
Mhm.
Just like
It's
slap
like
your
it's like
baby
that
self.
South Park episode where Randy couldn't not be sarcastic
Yeah.
and then ruin football.
Even when you're not being sarcastic.
So I'm probably gonna ruin football.
Okay. That's fair.
So you regret ruining football?
Yep.
Yes, I
Time
regret
machine.
ruining football, and I probably had something to do with the Packers losing to NFC Championship games.
That's fair.
Probably I got some bad juju in the room or something when I was there watching it.
Yeah, you were.
I'm sure a lot of Packers fans are
You were
really
there for both
appreciative.
of them.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't
Coincidence?
laugh though. I didn't laugh
think
though.
not.
Did the Redskins win?
They did.
Oh, nice.
The Redskins won. And Detroit won.
Yeah,
Look at that.
You're having a good day.
That's a miracle.
Ian's getting good juju,
Yeah.
but the
All right.
Packer fans.
No.
All
Well,
right,
they won
uh,
last night too, didn't they?
What?
Yeah, they,
No.
Yes, they won.
they won. All right.
Randall Cobb.
Crab.
Yeah.
Randall Cobb
He died.
broke his
He's
neck.
gonna be
Randall
listening.
Cobb died for this.
He's gonna be listening. He's very upset that you called him Crab.
I would be.
All right, Clarky, what fuck up do you want to take back?
Oh God, there's so many.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, there's like playing with you on the.
Oh my goodness! Wait a second.
What? No, like
Wait a second.
on the
whoa.
playground back in like 6th grade, becoming your
Ooh.
friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he said he played with you on
Or
the
when I
6th
was
grade,
6,
like-
not 6th grade, just 6 years old. 6-year-old
That's a
Andrew
long
being
time
like,
ago.
I should be friends with this guy.
All right, you're out, Ian. You're up
I'm
to
in.
bat.
Ian,
Best
your
friend.
best friend.
man.
Do it. We got our own thing going on over here. Yeah. I don't know what that
no,
was.
No, bad handshake.
White guys.
White
I'm
people.
out of the listing again.
Have you ever seen the GIF with what's his name?
Wait, let's check. Hold on.
Snoop Dogg with Bill Maher.
It's
We're gonna see how excited he is. He's
Oh
very
my-
excited.
114,
no, there
man.
is something wrong with
He is
it.
extremely
Yeah.
excited now to have that idea.
Topping that Molly.
of-
Yeah, no,
of,
because I'm going about like 70 beats per minute.
Well, there's
How
the
can you-
GIF.
you
There's the
just
GIF
put
with
it in
Snoop
one
Dogg
puff.
and Bill Maher, and Snoop is holding out like that, and Bill Maher goes for like this, and Snoop is like instantaneous shift. Like he's not even looking. He's like, and just he's the smoothest guy
Oh my
on
God.
on the planet. And so
Snoop.
one of us needs to become Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
That is our new thing. I need to make a time machine.
Our next week,
Go
guys,
back in
more
time.
likely?
is Snoop Dogg.
Who's more likely to
To be
become Snoop
Snoop
Dogg of
Dogg.
the two of us?
I mean, Ryan's a better rapper.
Wow. Have you ever
Ryan-
heard him rap?
I mean, can you rap? Here,
No.
you have a mic.
No,
the mic
I-
is hot.
No.
We just
Drop a beat,
come
Clark.
on. Speaking. Speaking.
absolutely, absolutely. It's hot. Go.
Pen, pineapple, apple, pen.
Oh Lord.
That was so
That
Ryan.
is Jade.
I
Yeah.
think we'll give you.
Someone let me use yeah, whatever.
There we go.
You know I can
Ryan,
do that verse.
Ryan can actually rap. He can speak fast
I-
and
I
he can
can-
rhyme.
I can rap like white version. Like I don't get to
I can
rap
only
as,
rap
like,
white rappers.
yeah, no, I can rap black rappers, but it'll sound white.
Eminem,
I think-
Yellow Wolf.
I just don't really want to.
Ritz,
I don't want to
Vanilla Ice,
impersonate
Vanilla Ice.
black rappers.
I
if
think
can
I
avoid
can
it,
do
you
the
know?
rap that was in one of the raps from the Cleveland show, and like half
My
of like
name is
some of the.
Cleveland Brown.
That's
It's like
awkward.
white boys do my voice, spit
Yep.
more wisdom than Sophie's Choice.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like half of a couple of the epic rap battles videos.
Ooh, I can do those too.
Ugh.
We should do a collabo.
It's because it's mostly
Yeah.
white guys.
We can do.
A collabo.
Yeah, it is all white guys almost.
No, the
They get
team
some guest
is all
members.
Yeah.
Isn't it owned
They
by
had
Disney?
Snoop Dogg
They had Snoop Dogg.
and
for
Key
one.
and Peele.
And they have
Yeah.
Key and Peele for two different ones.
Isn't it owned by Disney? Epic
Yeah.
Rap Battle?
Well,
Technically.
no, it's owned by Maker Studios.
Who's
which
owned
is
by?
owned by
Okay.
Disney.
Yeah.
I thought at some
Down the
level
line.
Disney was like, "This is mine."
Yeah, well, because they mentioned it in the rap,
I remember it was the one thingy.
and they made fun of them too.
Absolutely.
Ballsy move. I mean, but like Family Guy makes fun of Fox all the time.
Mhm.
Like I think
They
It
make
just-
them enough money. I think it's okay.
Futurama
I mean,
was notorious. Like
yeah.
whenever they switched
no,
networks.
Fox is totally like okay with their shows ripping on them because they know that people think it's funny and everything like that. They're willing to take a joke about themselves. So my next topic is what was that event in your high school? Like the moment that everyone knows about. I mean, you guys are obviously went to the same high school, so you
Yeah.
need to think of separate
Yeah,
ones.
we need to
We'll see.
combine
Don't collaborate. I say if you both come up with the same one, it'd be almost funnier.
Well,
Like
we
if,
both have the
if they
same
know
one,
that it's
like
that
on the
event.
ready.
Yeah.
okay, well, we'll see.
Well, no, you
it
go
might be
first.
different.
You go first.
Yeah,
though.
why don't you lead us off, Lucas?
So in the high school that both Andrew and I went to, our senior year, the entire cheerleading team
same
got
one.
the clap. And I mean, this is all rumor mill. Might not actually have happened, but supposedly it started spreading around when the only male cheerleader had sex with the coach of the cheerleaders, and then had sex with her daughter, who was on the cheerleading team,
Okay.
and things kind of
Solid.
diffused from there.
Just like in case someone loses their job over this, it wasn't.
This
it
is all
wasn't-
hearsay.
No, it
All
wasn't.
hearsay.
No, it wasn't
Rumor
the
mill.
coach. The rumor was that it was the mother of one of the cheerleaders. who had
okay.
nothing to do with the dance team,
Wasn't a coach.
but the like.
So not straight up illegal.
But the male cheerleader and that family were like really close, and the rumor was then he had sex with the mother, and then a couple days later the daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And-
yeah.
To be assholes, half of the people I knew, every time one of these people would walk in, yep,
Give him a round of applause.
round of applause every time they enter a
Yeah.
room.
That's always fun.
But it
Ooh.
spread like wildfire though.
It's
The
the
clap?
clap.
Or,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know if it was like the people clapping or
Oh,
like
no.
the actual clap.
No, the act like chlamydia.
Chlamydia.
Yeah. Because then
CHL.
like that he gave chlamydia to several cheerleaders, who then gave it to other people because they were all having sex. It was high school.
As you do.
Yeah. I remember there was two friends like loose friends of mine. Like we kind of hung out with
Loose
each other.
friends, like they're like
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how they got the clap.
No,
I mean, it
like,
makes sense now.
like we were in one school club together, and so like we knew
What
each
club?
other. Snowboarding club.
Oh,
I didn't know
chlamydia
this.
club.
Chlamydia,
The
no,
double C.
I
No,
triple
but-
C.
But like I knew that they like both had a crush on the same girl. And then like a week
no.
later they both had chlamydia, and they realized that even though they had pledged to each other so that they wouldn't ruin their friendship, that neither of them would have sex with this girl. They both did.
Oh no.
And got chlamydia from her, both of them.
That is incredible.
That's
bro.
kinda
And that's
funny.
how they found out that they betrayed each other's friendship.
That's kind of funny.
And they were and their friendship was all the better for it.
Yeah.
Because they both got to
They
go
prob-
to the health
yeah, the
clinic,
clinic,
to
they probably
cure
went
chlamydia
together.
together.
Yeah.
It's a team bonding.
All right. Ian, I'm actually curious to hear yours because I feel like I probably haven't heard it.
I have no idea. The biggest.
A lot of things happened, I know. You just pick one out of the air.
We had a teacher allegedly have sex with a student.
Ooh.
Well,
Hearsay.
technically,
Well, you won't
It-
say
Hearsay.
which one.
it
All
was
hearsay,
all
rumor mill.
hearsay, and supposedly that's why they didn't come back to teach past that.
They were found out.
Well, so like it's hard to tell because like maybe he took a different job or something, or she took a different job. It could be either or. We don't know.
Or the third
Um,
option.
Yeah, or it
also-
could be both.
It could have been that like they didn't want to deal with the rumor as
It's
a teacher, and
absolutely.
then they left.
Or
because
maybe
of
they
the
just
rumor.
left and people made up a rumor. But
Yeah,
that was like
that's
something
true.
that was pretty commonly spread.
Much
see
like
that.
chlamydia.
Much like chlamydia, we
I
had.
feel there's a common theme among all these stories.
We all-
Mine, you'll know.
We all had to get. They did make us pee in cups though. They had free STD tests for all students.
Oh,
That's
nice.
actually awesome, though.
Yeah.
That would have probably helped with the chlamydia
Yeah, no.
problem.
No, probably.
I mean, like, I didn't have chlamydia, and like, I'm pretty sure Lucas didn't
I
have
mean,
chlamydia.
I did not.
Well,
Did you
I
get
would
tested?
have.
Ladies, pinkies out.
I would have had to
Oh,
have
I know
been sexually active in high school.
Ooh.
Self burn. Oh.
Shots fired at
Okay.
himself. Turned
You
the gun on
keep
himself.
telling people that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Lucas knows.
Looking to
some things.
preserve his squeaky clean image
Yeah.
Squeaky,
among
squeaky.
everyone.
So is there?
I'm a Christian boy.
That's fair.
That
Young
doesn't help
son-
your argument.
young supple Christian boy.
I do know some Christian boys that are more
Yeah.
prone to the delights.
Yeah.
But all right, Andrew, do you have a second one?
I
Lucas
I
doesn't
do.
have.
That was
Spicy.
going to be.
That's a good one.
That was going to be my
They're
spicy
both
topic.
pretty spicy.
However, was it? It would have been freshman year of high school. At the time, I like was going to prom with this one girl. Like she had asked me. She was a junior. She asked me. I was like the talk of the town.
You
Everyone's
have
like,
those moves.
yeah, everyone's like, oh shit, you know, Clark's a freshman. He's going with a junior to prom, and so because of that, I got to know like her mother, and I got to know her brother, who is my age.
Bam,
And-
bam.
Oh no.
No. Well, that was the
No.
whole thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, now that like you have an in with, you know, her, now you have an in with her mother." And it was just like, "Oh god."
What? No.
But then
Yeah.
like so I got to know her, and she had a reputation as a cougar.
A cougar.
A cougar.
She's a junior.
No,
No,
the
her mom.
mother.
Oh, the mother's
His
okay.
date's mom.
Now that makes more
And
sense.
this rumor, like the reputation of being a cougar, resulted from a guy that I knew who was friends with her son, you know, the brother of the girl I was
Okay.
going to prom with. He snuck into their house, climbed in through a window. It was a fairly
that's
well-off
creepy.
family. It was a large house.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Creepy.
snuck into the house while no one was there. They were on vacation.
That's getting
he-
more creepy.
Picked the lock of her dresser drawer.
Jesus
Worse
fuck.
and worse and worse.
Yeah.
Stole her vibrator.
Oh my.
Breaking, entering, and theft.
Borderline sexual harassment.
Yep.
There's a lot of crimes there.
Then, and then like made it look like he wasn't there. Brought the vibrator to school the next day. showed everyone and said, hey, this is, I'm not going to say any names, but this is this person's vibrator. Or not, like, this is his mother's vibrator. And he then, showed it around to everyone. He then put it in the box of tissues, facial tissues, of one of our teachers.
Semen tissues.
No, like Kleenex.
Yeah, what are those?
That was on the desk of one of our teachers, and turned it on right before class. And then so there was this very faint
Vibrating tissue box.
because it was packed in between tissues. It wasn't like falling off the desk.
That's
And
funny.
so it took a little bit.
Well, people are like, it's a phone. Someone's phone's going off. Someone turn off your phone.
Turn off your phone.
Hey.
You
then
put their phone in the tissue box.
And then
What is this? Why is it
when
wet?
the teacher sat down, he was like a fairly young guy. He's like, what's happening? And then he like looked in the tissue box and pulled the top layer off. And he's just like, who did this? And then the guy's like, it was me. He's just like, yeah,
He took credit,
It's
not
so
blame.
funny. And then he's like, outside right now. And then he like, how did you get this? He's like, I stole it. and then so he called the cop, like the school cop, and he's like, no, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like it took him to like say like, hey, I'm calling the cop because this is a really bad thing, to realize the gravity of what he did.
Jeez.
And then he had to go.
Was he bright?
No.
I mean, he's probably not going to be listening. And if he is, then
No.
you can say his name.
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anyone's name. This is a sensitive
fair.
topic.
That's
And then,
fair.
and like as a result of the cop being called, like everyone found out, even people that weren't in that class. So the guy who he was friends with, whose mother's vibrator it was, found out that his friend, someone he thought was a friend, broke into his house and stole a sex toy from his mother, and like he had to deal with that. And so he's like, okay, that guy's not a friend anymore, and I was humiliated in like front of everyone. And it was just a whole big debacle.
Whole thing.
Yeah, because it went from like, hey guys, I'm so funny, to like, oh my God.
The cops are coming.
Oh my
What did
God,
I
I'm
do?
a
My
perv.
All right, so my moment that happened in my high school, I actually had a couple. I told Andrew both of them, but I think the better one is when it was in my freshman year. I had classes in the tech ed hallway, which is in the back of our high school. It was literally its own like self-sufficient hallway, and it had some lockers and then some classrooms, and like it wasn't part of the main square, so it could have been worse in other places. But this other kid, I think he was like a junior, decided to have his own little impromptu science experiment. And he one day took his lunch that was in a Tupperware container, I can't remember what it was originally, and put it in a locker that he knew was empty, and just stuck it in the shelf, and then left it for about 7 months.
That's gross.
Yeah, he started bragging about it about like 5-6 months into like a lot of people, so it became pretty well known. And by the 7th month, like the teacher whose classroom the locker was right next to found out about it. Now this teacher he's kind of a young guy. I showed you his picture. Like he's kind of a goofster, so he decided like I'm gonna make like a really big deal. Goofster.
Oh.
He's like, I'm gonna make a really big deal out of this. So he fucking straps on the gloves, like puts on the goggles, gets the gas mask, and he's like, oh, this is biological hazard. So he grabs like the tongs that he uses for like metal and stuff like that. And like he's making like a big deal out of it, and everyone's watching, and it's amazing. And he like cautiously opens the locker and sees it and goes like, ah, because it's like just disgusting. You can tell that it's gonna be gross. Grabs it with the tongs. Now these tongs, they're kind of like, they're built for a specific thing. You know when you like have molten metal and it's in that little tiny cup and they wrap around it to like pick up that cup? That's exactly what they're designed for. And if you use them for something else, it's not always the greatest thing. So basically, yeah, he grabs a hold, and as he's pulling it away, they kind of slip and get awkward. The thing falls, hits the ground, and like all you see is like it kind of splits open a little bit, and I swear, you hear just this gas start escaping, like a coming out, like it was pressurized from all the mold and disgustingness that had built up over there in like 7 months. I will never forget that gas escaping. It is terrifying. Everyone like waits for like 5 seconds, like, and then he starts. You can tell that he smells it before everyone else, and he just goes, close the doors, like to all the teachers that have their classrooms open. They're like, ah! And he starts panicking, and then the smell hits you, and it is the worst thing that you can even imagine. Like across the entire hallway, just putrid, like rotten food that has been in there for like 7 months. It was the worst experience ever. They had to bring in like a specialized janitor crew because our janitors apparently couldn't handle how terrible it was, and it still smelt in there for the rest of the year. Like that hallway was specifically like kind of had to avoid it because it smelled so bad.
God.
And I was there firsthand to witness.
You just like wake up in the middle of the night sometimes like, oh my God, the gas.
Yeah, he was on ground zero.
Total PTSD. Yeah, but no, like I wish that they would have, because we had cameras all over our school. I wish that would have been like recorded and put up on YouTube because I swear, like everyone's gathered around his entire class and he just like just starts escaping. It was incredible.
Is this what soldiers in World War I felt like?
Oh man!
Okay.
I'm not gonna make any
That
claims
There's
like
a
that, but
mustard gas.
it was terrible. It was very, very, very bad. All right, Lucas, you got more topics. Why don't you hit us up with another one?
What are you geeking out about right now? What are you hype about right now?
Geeking out about right now and hype about. I mean, hype about, you know it. I introduced you to it. Westworld. The new HBO, I guess, tentpole series that holds everything up. I mean, Game of Thrones, as most people know, is kind of starting to come to a close. Only 2 seasons left, and they're kind of shortened. So they need something else to take up the mantle of, like, lead show on the network. And I promise you that is Westworld, because this show is just the biggest budget, biggest concept. Like, it's just a blast.
2 episodes in.
2 episodes in, I'm full hype ahead, as they would say
Choo-choo.
in the Clegane Bowl. I am full hype ahead. There is no questions asked.
Well, you sold me. I'm going to start watching it.
You
now.
absolutely need to start watching.
It's really
it.
good.
I explained that to
I
Lucas, and
recommend
he
it.
even said, like, oh, sometimes I don't get in on shows because they're so overhyped, but I think he's bought in. It's solid.
Did you
Have you
watch
watched
it yet?
episode 2 yet?
I haven't.
Oh, we watched episode 2 last night,
good.
and
It's good.
it keeps it up. It's
Yep.
good. It's solid.
I think it'll definitely.
Little,
add.
not gonna give anything away. Little cliche how they set some of it up, but I mean, I guess it's kind of a genre staple. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there needs to be definitely some cliches in there.
From what I gathered from the trailer that I saw like 6 months ago, like it seemed very like Philip K. Dick, like do androids dream of electric sheep?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, there's absolutely that. It's just a great show and very high concept. Gets you to think. It's fantastic.
Nice.
Geeking out about, I mean, honestly, I remember I explained it to you as, it's run by Christopher Nolan's brother. And you kind of made fun of me for that. But, like, basically what I was trying to get across is, like, I'm a total Chris Nolan freak. And, like, everything that he does, I'm, like, the biggest fan of. So, like, the fact that it's his brother who's, like, his partner that he works on with most of his projects is, like, close enough to me that, like...
He's got to have some talent there.
Oh, I mean, he does.
Just
like,
genetics.
He wrote all of those scripts, like, of Chris Nolan's movies. Not all of them, but, like, a lot of those scripts. And then Chris Nolan revised them, kind of like... I feel like the way that they make movies is Jonathan Nolan writes a normal chronological screenplay that progresses through time linearly, and then Chris Nolan, like, cuts it up into pieces and starts kind of rearranging them and is like, all right, now it's a different movie. And, like, everyone's like, wow, how artsy. And that's basically how it's done, and it's fantastic.
I agree with that. Like, I can appreciate that kind of storytelling, if only when it gets to but if only if it doesn't reach a point where it just becomes convoluted for the sake of convoluted's sake.
So what do you think on
That's right.
Pulp Fiction then?
I want to know if they
I love
made,
Pulp Fiction,
I want to know
so-
if they like filmed that movie designed to be like a chronological story, and then Quentin Tarantino's like, you know, I see something here. Just rearranges everything.
Exactly. Well, I mean, and Lucas made that movie. Quentin Tarantino look-alike.
Oh,
yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, you don't look that much
He
like
kind of does.
No, he's got
He's got like a little bit of a chubbier face, obviously, but I think it's pretty decent.
Tarantino?
Look straight into the camera. No, Tarantino does. I'm telling you, it's pretty decently close. It's a little bit. I couldn't put my finger on it for the longest time, and now it's like
I appreciate that, actually.
A little bit Chris. Quentin
Pulp
Tarantino.
Fiction, good Tarantino movie. I enjoy Reservoir Dogs and Django Unchained more.
I can agree
On
with
par with
That's fair.
Hateful Eight.
that. I think it's a little better than.
A little
Hateful
better?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Hateful Eight wasn't my favorite.
I liked Hateful Eight, but I think Pulp Fiction, I rank it higher. I
Yeah.
put Hateful Eight still above, what's it called?
Kill Bill?
Reservoir
Yeah,
Dogs?
Kill Bill.
Oh,
I wasn't the
okay.
biggest fan of Kill Bill.
Hateful
No,
Eight.
Reservoir-
No,
I love
no,
Reservoir.
no, like because my top 3 are Django Unchained,
Yep.
Reservoir Dogs,
Yep.
Pulp Fiction.
That's me.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
yeah.
Hateful Eight on par with Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah, where's
Oh,
the
I
love
forgot.
for
I
Inglorious?
thought when
Where's the love for Inglorious
when I
Bastards?
heard
No.
Reservoir Dogs, I thought Inglorious Bastards.
Wait, really?
So yeah, no, I completely disagree with that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
1 Django, 2 Inglorious Bastards, 3 Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
Although
Or-
3 possibly Reservoir Dogs, and then 4 Pulp Fiction.
That's fair. I can
I
get
like
behind that.
Reservoir Dogs a lot, but I think you can also kind of tell that it's his first
His first big movie?
project. Because I mean, there's some moments in there that are more.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Inglorious Bastards is on par with Hateful Eight. Hateful Eight, like, I want to rewatch it, but like
I mean,
when I
Hateful Eight's on par with Inglorious Bastards, right?
well, I mean, like, I think like
What
to
does
me,
it matter?
to
It's
me they're
transitive.
about like
No,
the
it
same.
is, but like, isn't
Yeah,
like
no,
the
they're, like,
Inglorious
equal.
Bastards is like more widely considered better. Isn't
No.
that the general
Is it?
consensus? I have no
Not
idea.
really, no.
No,
Really?
it's kind of a cult
Pretty
movie.
split, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Alright.
Like, I want to see The Hateful Eight again because when I watched it, I just had this gut emotional, like, oh god, this is hard to watch just because it's really fucked up.
Was
Like,
it that fucked up in comparison to other Tarantino movies, though?
I mean, like, it's got Samuel L. Jackson saying, like, yeah, like, I drug your son out into the middle of the winter, had him, like, nearly freeze to death, and then made him suck my dick to stay warm, and then I blew his brains out.
yeah.
And that's the whole reason why you're out here. Is
That's
this-
pretty standard Tarantino, though.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
I
like,
that's kinda
like
run-of-the-mill.
everyone is just, like, it's called The Hateful Eight. Everyone sucks in that movie.
Well, I do remember a lot of critics like had trouble reviewing that movie, if only because it was a pretty intense, hardcore subject matter.
I guess. I don't know. I didn't really see it. I know my friends didn't really like it that much.
I mean, you,
And I
guys,
just
you went to see it
assumed-
in 70 millimeter.
No,
there
like-
was some slight racism.
Wait, what?
I don't know. It
You
just
think
kind of
your,
seemed like
your
it.
friends didn't like it because they were racist?
Yeah, I mean, no, not like the movie, like that part specifically.
Oh. I didn't. No, I think that's just like a
I-
humanitarian thing. Like,
Yeah, but his son was trying to kill him.
Ugh.
No,
You
that's-
neglected to
no,
mention
that's
that this
true.
guy
I
was
forgot-
trying to kill him.
I forgot about that.
Oh.
And, like when I watched it,
You just thought he was completely like
I thought he was just a guy that
a
he
serial
happened
killer.
upon.
No,
Well,
he
like
hunted him
Yeah.
down in wilderness
see,
of Montana.
I
And he-
misread that.
And he was a racist guy from the South. And like the reason he was so angry at Samuel L. Jackson is because he was an escaped slave that fought for the Union and then proceeded to kill a bunch of
Okay.
Confederates.
Okay, I thought
and
that
then
Samuel L.
tried to
Jackson.
kill him.
I thought Samuel L. Jackson was just like a mean guy that like this
yeah, you
guy
need
was
to rewatch that
trespassing
film.
on his land.
Samuel-
Okay, that is
Not
different.
saying that you deserve something like that, but
No.
there was reason for his actions.
Yes.
It wasn't
Okay.
completely for no
Okay.
reason at all.
I totally misread what was going on in there.
That's fair.
Okay.
I guess I could be hyped about John Wick Part 2.
Mm.
He's back.
He's back.
He's back in action, hopefully in
Wick.
all black.
He is a one-gun man.
And he hopefully is a one-gun man. So it should be fun.
In case I didn't get that, those are the lines to like a
The
song.
song,
It's
yes.
a rap song.
It's a rap song
He's
that
made
they
about
wrote.
John Wick.
Yep. Oh my! It's so.
He is a
it
one-gun
is.
man,
It is. There's no other words to use.
and he's a bad man.
Other than he is kind of a bad man.
John Wick, a one-gun man. John Wick, that's a bad man.
Those are lines.
That is the entire
You should
song.
after we finish this podcast, you should listen to the song.
Or not. Or just don't.
No,
I'll
Save
play
yourself
it for
the
you.
time.
I don't think I will.
I'll play it for you. Don't worry.
Calling it right here, though, on Hilariously Terrible Podcast, Episode 2, they will make a John Wick versus Jack Reacher movie.
You said that last time. I just
It's
don't
gonna
see it.
happen.
No.
They don't do crossover
That can't
movies
not
like that
happen.
They're
anymore.
also not very balanced. Like
John
one
Wick's-
is a Tom Cruise action series, and one is a Keanu Reeves like side project type thing.
Ooh.
Like, I don't. I'm not saying that.
Ooh.
I think I like John Wick more than Jack Reacher. I'm just saying like they're not really like a very compatible series in that sense. Like that.
I mean,
they're-
Jack Reacher's on. This is their second movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So John Wick is on their second movie too.
Yeah, but Jack Reacher is like a Tom Cruise like.
Superstar.
Yeah,
He's a
super
bigger
movie.
name.
I'm not saying like in
And
the next
Keanu?
3 years.
Yeah.
I'm saying like
Wow.
5,
mean to
10
Keanu.
years after both of the series are finished with, they want to do like a get people like back into it, do like an Alien versus Predator type situation.
That was
I can see
terrible,
that
though.
happening.
You know, both of they made
Those
two
movies
of those.
failed.
They made 2 of those.
Those
No,
movies
I-
bombed.
Wait, did they? I thought
Yeah.
they made money.
I think the first one did all right, and then the second one was like just
A box office bomb.
bombed like crazy.
Studios love bombs.
Yeah, they love to do
They
things
love
that
lose
failed
money.
before.
They just love throwing away money.
And they love to try new weird things that are like
Absolutely, all the
the only
time.
time they've ever been
Potentially,
done when they
they-
failed.
Potentially ruin their reputation.
Yeah,
They love
studios
risk.
just love that. It's great. Can't
Risk.
wait to make the 4th remake of Ben-Hur once we get into Hollywood.
Ben-Hur Part 6, actually.
Well, no, they're remakes. That's the problem. They're not even sequeling Ben-Hur, which would be weird, but
I
they're
wanna
actually just remaking
I want a
it.
sequel Ben-Hur. I want to be Ben-Hur.
He's a farmer.
The
or
most
something.
recent Ben-Hur was the third one. Like, people forget that.
Yeah, no, the one with
they were
Charlton
just
Heston, that was a remake.
They were just, and they're just straight remakes.
What
They're not
about
even
the
doing
best,
anything different.
the worst, and the ugliest. We could do that one. But that's a sequel. Just all their
And
children.
do we get Clint
It's
Eastwood?
it's
Clint
a
Eastwood's son. He has
Oh,
a son.
Scott Eastwood. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really good looking.
Wait, he's
Oh.
his son?
Yeah, Scott Eastwood. He's
I
in
didn't-
Suicide Squad and
Is he?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
like an
I
actor
heard
now.
he has a
Who?
very bad
He's like a
relationship with his
soldier.
father now.
Oh.
He does?
yeah, I don't think he
Yeah.
associates with his father, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's Scott Eastwood. I mean, he's not like a huge name, obviously, but
Not yet.
the fact is he's his, father's son.
Until
Like,
he was
what's his name? Jules Lennon.
Gran
Who's Jules Lennon?
Torino or
Julian.
John Lennon?
Julian.
Yeah, Jules.
John Lennon had a son?
Yeah, the couple.
Hey, Jude?
Hey,
That's what that's about?
Jude,
That's about Jules.
don't let
Wait, you
me
just said his name was
down.
Julian, not Jude.
Yeah.
It started
it's
out
for
as
short.
Paul McCartney writing
Paul
a
McCartney
song
wrote a
for
lullaby.
Lennon's kid to help him get over his parents' divorce, and
And
then
because
it
Lennon
evolved.
was a piece of shit.
Yep, and then it evolved
Make
into
a
arguably one of their
sad
most popular,
song.
well-known songs.
Make it. Well,
And
I
it's-
mean,
I'm
they
sorry, I
got,
don't know a lot of Beatles trivia.
Well, and
I'm
now-
not into that band.
They
Well,
lived
now
in New York,
Julian
too.
Lennon is like semi-famous because he's John Lennon's kid.
And he also looks exactly like John Lennon.
Yeah, it's kind
Oh.
of creepy.
Does he? I haven't seen a picture
Not
of him in a
exactly,
while.
but
I
you can
look
tell
like
the
John
resemblance.
Lennon.
I just remember doing a
I'm
double
John
take, like
Lennon,
when they were doing that like
Lennon.
Beatles 50 years thing, like a
Mhm.
couple years ago, and like they cut to him in the audience, so it was like,
Oh, they got
that-
John Lennon back. They revived him.
So that's what the government's been doing all this time.
Reanimating John Lennon.
Is that weird being this, like knowing that song is written about you? Like the hate.
No.
I feel
Is-
like
is
he
that
get
kinda
over
like
it pretty
cool,
quick.
or-
It was a lullaby, so like he'd heard it before it became famous.
Hey Jude.
Except for
He's
I'm
a
guessing
song
he'd be like,
hipster.
"Hey, Jude."
Make it bad.
Except he was like a little kid, like he was probably I don't know how old
6
was
or
he? Like,
7.
yeah, like 6. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. It'd be cool to have a famous
Yeah,
dad,
no,
but then
absolutely.
like
I mean, your
you'd have to
dad-
work hard to get out of the
And
shadow.
then be
Oh.
raised by Paul McCartney.
I mean,
I don't think he was raised by Paul McCartney,
he
but
took
There's
him
an
up.
Paul
entire-
McCartney helped.
There's an
You're my
entire Rocky
son.
movie about that.
There is. That is definitely true, and not bad either.
No.
I think Rocky Balboa might be my second favorite Rocky after like the original.
Did you see the newest movie?
If you count Apollo as
What about Creed?
or it's Creed.
Creed.
If you count
Creed was
Creed
good.
as a Rocky movie, I'd say Creed is the best.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it was good.
I don't
It
really
was
count
really
it as a
good.
Rocky movie. So
I mean, Rocky Balboa
Except
was in
Cougar
it.
didn't get nominated.
yeah, he is. But
He's a
does that
big
mean
part
it's
of
a
it.
Rocky movie?
Which
It's-
was travesty.
it's
Tell us in the
serious.
comments below, is
Yeah.
Creed a Rocky movie?
I mean, he's not the central character, and he doesn't fight. Like,
He like swings his arms a little bit every once in a while.
I think that was Sylvester Stallone's literal best role. Like,
think
I
so?
think he could have won supporting actor there. Like, he
Okay.
I
killed
think
it.
they should have probably nominated Coogler for,
director.
director,
Did he
but-
not?
No, I don't think they did.
No.
I thought
I
that's why.
like Creed
I'm
a
pretty
lot.
sure that's why everyone was like, "That's some bullshit." But we probably should fact check this before I just say it.
No.
Just
I-
spreading bullshit.
I mean, wasn't the whole
Like,
thing
he
that
actually
like the last
won.
Oscars had no people of color? So
yeah.
then yeah.
So because I'm pretty
There's
sure
no way
like
he was.
yeah, and I feel like people were like, "That movie was fantastic," and like it was on point. Why didn't he
I don't
get?
know, but fantastic.
Creed?
It was good.
I thought
I
people
think
said
it was pretty
good.
fantastic.
Okay. That's fair.
Fantastic doesn't necessarily mean like the best movie you've ever seen.
I think that's what I reserve it to.
Like I think fantastic
I'd give it like an
is
8. I'd give Creed like an 8.
I'd give it an 8.5.
That's fair.
I
I'd give
haven't
Creed
seen
like an
Creed.
8. I'd give the original Rocky like a 7.5, and then I'd give Rocky Balboa like a solid 7.
Which one was Rocky Balboa?
That was the most recent one. The new one where he like has to fight Mason the Line Dixon, and he has the moment with his son.
Mason the Line Dixon.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Oh
guy's
my
name is
God.
Mason Dixon, and his nickname is the Line, and he's basically Apollo
That's
Creed.
funny. That's funny.
And basically the whole plot of the story is ESPN is like, what would happen if Rocky Balboa fought Mason Dixon, and Mason Dixon gets beat by Rocky, so then he gets really mad and basically calls up Rocky Balboa, who's in his 50s, and is like, hey, let's fight. And Rocky's like, all right.
He
And then they fight, and
he-
then
he
like
drinks some chicken
Mason
eggs.
wins. It's basically the same arc as Rocky 1. Like Mason wins, but Rocky's still the people's champion because he fought really hard and everything like
Just
that.
like Creed.
And Mason gives him respect. He's like, you know what? Like, it was a good fight, man. You're the real deal and everything like that. So
Okay.
it's a
So
good movie.
Creed-
And there's the moment with his son. I think
Yep.
is probably the best moment in the
A
series.
lot of
almost.
Italian dads
No,
cheered up
it's
in that
solid.
scene. Yeah.
And Robert Robert Perry tear up a little bit during Rocky Balboa?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Yeah.
that's too bad. He doesn't get off. Get off, Jesus.
That's
I meant like
he doesn't get off.
That's not his thing. No, that's not his thing. It's the Sylvester Stallone monologues.
No.
Just tearing up. You're better than that. That's not what winners do. You're a winner. You're better than that.
Gonna get way nerdy way quickly. Favorite video game moment?
Do me and Andrew have the same one? The
Fine.
fucking giraffes.
Become
The
best
fucking
friends.
giraffes. Is it the giraffes though?
Yeah.
It's the giraffes. It really is. Have you seen that scene in Last of Us?
I've seen that scene. I've never played The Last of Us.
I have one
Okay.
that's on par with that for me.
Okay.
Like my, pretty much the same. So you go. With
I'll
the
just
giraffes.
I'll break down the giraffes without trying to keep it like relatively low on spoilers.
Yeah.
But like I'm sure you've seen that scene and been like, wow, it's pretty, but I don't get it. Basically, the whole story is set up so that you and both characters are like their absolute lows.
Oh, in The Last
just
of Us.
before, yeah.
I don't know if he mentioned it was in The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's in the
Okay.
video game The Last of Us. And so basically everyone involved is at the exact lowest point right before the giraffes happen. And like you're just really depressed and you're like, wow, this game took a really sharp turn and like you're really sad.
Mhm.
And then like Ellie, especially the kid, is like completely
She
like
went
not
through some
herself.
shit,
She
yeah.
went through a lot of stuff and like it's like wow, it's really sad to see like a child lose her innocence and everything like that. And then all of a sudden like she starts freaking out and so it's like, oh no, like now what's gonna happen? Like more stuff's gonna be piled onto us. And then she's basically freaking out because she sees these giraffes moving across the city
Oh.
that are from the Utah Salt Lake City Zoo and everything. And they're just kind of moving across the plains and she's so like, wow, and you can see that there's still like a little bit of that innocence left and it's just such a gorgeous scene.
And it comes up to her and she gets to pet
she
it.
pets a giraffe and she's never even really seen giraffes because she's from the apocalypse and everything like that.
Yeah,
And
she hasn't seen probably a lot of animals.
and so it's just really like a really good moment. That's
like-
it's completely
like,
because of the story structure.
Most people could probably tear up and not feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally did.
You
tear
two
up.
have both played Red Dead Redemption, right?
Yeah.
I have.
Is that gonna be yours?
It was gonna be mine, and you've never played
I've
that
never.
game.
No, I was gonna say
Alright.
because
You
like
never
that.
played Red Dead?
Andrew's
Well,
breaking
the
it down.
ending to that game is
That's
incredible.
fantastic.
That's,
Yeah.
my
Love that
favorite
game.
moment in Red Dead Redemption. The game's been out for 2016. It's been out for like
2008, 2007 when it came out, right?
yeah, it's been out.
2007.
Yeah, it's old.
It's old. It's almost 10 years old. It's probably closer to 8 years old.
Something
But
like that, okay.
so I'm gonna go into some spoilers because most people should probably know it.
I'm going to tell you how the game
I
ends.
don't, but go for it.
What?
Lay it on us.
I don't know the ending.
Oh, okay. No, I said most people should know
Oh.
at this point. Like it's
That's my
something.
fault.
Yeah. So like the end of the game, or like you play as this man. He's like a former, gunslinger in the West, and he gets recruited by the government. They hold his family hostage, and he has to hunt down and either kill or capture like his former gang members. And it's this whole thing like, we'll let your family go and you'll live in peace. And then he does that, and then they say, okay, like we're gonna let you live in peace. And then what they do is they send the army to his ranch, and you have this whole there's a couple of hours of just being a farmer. And you're like, oh, like this is so cool. John Marston's finally happy. And then they send the army to his ranch and they kill him. And it was this kind of like he locks his family in the barn. He steps out and lets the army shoot him because like he knows that like once he's dead, the army will leave. And then it says like 10 years later, and like this like camera zooms out and you're playing as his son. And then like it's the entire open world is still there. And like all the people are still there, just a little bit older, and you just have this 10-minute thing. You're just riding on your horse, and like you see like your mom's dead, and you're like, I can finally do this. And you ride down to the lake, and the guy that like ordered the hit on your dad is fishing, and they say like, I'm the son of John Marston, and he's like, ah, and then it's like you have this like this really emotional talk, and then you like pull your gun and shoot him, and so like you finally like get to let your father like have some peace.
It's like the completion of the arc.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good moment.
Yeah, it was really good.
All right. Ian,
Pretty good.
what you got?
Wait, does this need to be on a campaign or does this
No,
need to be-
anything.
Anything.
All right, so me and my friend in Battlefield 3 would strap C4 to Jeeps and drive them to things.
You were those out.
Oh, it was hilarious.
God.
So basically, this
Oh.
one time, we strapped C4 onto the Jeep, 6 pieces just in case.
Oh
It's
my
a security bombing. And we drove into the enemy base, and it gives you, the 10 seconds before you die. and someone was taking off with a helicopter, and we rammed into them and blew up. And the guy went on the Xbox game chat and started to really rant, really rant, and it was hilarious.
How old were you guys?
High school, 10th grade. I think.
Okay, so like 16, 17.
Yeah, we were old enough to know what we were doing, and it was fantastic. We also have a lot of other montage moments with just general C4 explosions.
A lot of Jeep stuff.
Jeeps are fantastic to put C4 on. You can run them into anything. People, tanks.
What
jets.
you got here is a really nice Jeep for strapping some C4 to.
And you
Got a
can
lot
put it
of
on the
mounting
steering wheel
points
just in case. You can put it on the back.
Many
the
more than
wheels.
your standard Jeep.
Promoted!
Yeah.
I got that achievement.
Yeah, I did a lot of help. with
Promoted.
you
You did a
on
lot
that.
of help.
Yeah.
It was great. We had
Yeah,
to decode Morse code and everything like that,
That
so
was
that he
hard.
could get the
But that was cool.
camo,
Instead
the
of
DICE
studying,
developer camo.
instead of studying for finals.
And then
Oh.
yeah,
It was
and then
way-
and then like that moment from Battlefield Friends, they like the guy starts screaming over the intercom.
Yeah.
Wait, did you like binge watch all of those since we told you about them?
No.
No? Oh, you know
Oh,
something?
I just knew. Like they're like, oh,
Okay.
this is from Battlefield Friends.
Mm.
And you start screaming promoted, and that means you got the camo.
Okay.
So, all right, Lucas, what you got? Finish us off.
Give you super 3. I'll give you top 3 super quick.
Oh shit.
Pokemon Gold and Silver, the ending when you like have to fight like the character you played as in the first game.
Pretty awesome.
That is legit for all video game sequels. Do that from now on. I don't care if it works in the story structure, just make it happen. Metal Gear Solid 4, the ending there, where it's like the fist fight on top of like the aircraft carrier, and it just it was really cool in that like the health bars for like both you and like the guy you were fighting, they changed as the fight went on to be like, okay, this is what the health bar looked like in the first game, this is what it looked like in the second game, this is what it looked like in the third game, and then this is like, oh, it like turns back to normal before you like finally kill the other guy. And I thought that was wicked cool, and I cried manly tears during that. If only because huge Metal Gear fan since I was like 5. And then third favorite video game moment, the ending of Shovel Knight, which I know none of you guys have played that.
I've seen some people
I've
play it.
seen you play it.
Well, but like the ending, the whole point of the thing is it's a guy going on like a big quest because like the girl he loves is like being possessed by an evil thing or whatever, and like at the end of the game, like they finally like beat it. She's not possessed anymore, but then it turns into like a giant monster and like blows up, and she has to protect him, and like it's assumed that she's dead. And that it's just the rival character like dragging Shovel Knight out of there and like setting him by like the campfire type places that have been like in it had been in it like previously a couple times in the game, and then the game just ends with like Shield Knight, the chick he was trying to save, like just kind of like hobbling towards Shovel Knight, passed out near the campfire, and then laying down next to him.
Huh. That's sad.
Yeah, well, sad but emotional.
Yeah.
It was emotional.
I think all of yours were endings. So while we're at endings, I'm not going to spoil anything, but me and Andrew are just going to share a moment Last of Us ending.
Last of Us ending?
Oh, it's good. No, we're not going to talk about it.
No, but, like-
it will be rife with spoilers.
Yeah.
but
I really hope
Last of Us ending.
I really hope my friend Jake is watching this because the reason that I know that it's a good ending is because we argued for about 2 months about the end of that game,
Really?
whether or not like it was good or if it was bad, or like what it meant and shit like that. And that's how I know it's good because we were both
couldn't stop talking about
we
it.
were both so into this game.
Yeah.
They were like that ending though.
I loved it.
Yeah.
What, just like, not sure how much time we have left, but putting the feelers out there, what do you guys want in the sequel? Because a sequel is happening apparently.
Yeah. I want a little bit different section of life. Because
Okay.
basically the characters are on their run most of the game.
And they're on their own for the most part.
And they're on their own. Like I'd kind of appreciate if some of the characters that are brought into it are kind of brought into the fold, and like, oh, they're interacting with other people, and maybe they have some stability in certain parts of the game. Like, I'm fine, obviously there needs to be like conflict and everything like that, but I'd be cool if there being more stability and like maybe getting familiar with your surroundings and stuff, because basically every level of the game you need to learn like the layout and like you need to pick up. I mean, I know like especially like Funhouse, They don't like the gameplay
Yeah,
and
no,
everything
James
like that.
especially, he really doesn't. But
They don't like some of the mechanics and everything like
I thought
that.
the
so
gameplay for what it was perfect.
no, I loved it.
Yeah.
But but they could definitely like brush up on some of those mechanics, make it a little more intuitive.
Do you guys still want like the Ellie Joel dynamic? I've heard a couple people floating out like maybe Ellie's an adult or something now, and she has to like take care
I'd be
of
fine
Joel.
with
something
that,
like,
but
okay.
I'd be cool with Ellie and Joel again.
Was that the game that they said they used Ellen Page's image without actually?
Yeah.
playing
Yeah,
it?
no, it looked.
She looks a lot
100%.
like Ellen Page.
Yeah.
And
And
they just
she ended up suing them. And I think I don't even think they settled. They just apologized.
Off topic, but not really to bring it full circle. That was Ellen Page in Westworld, right? She's a character in that.
I don't think so.
I don't even think so. No.
Yeah, I don't. What,
Really?
when?
That wasn't the. She wasn't the scientist that kissed
No.
the. No, that wasn't.
Spoilers.
I think that was just some actress.
And you're sure that wasn't the whammy guy from?
Yes.
the Sham
That
guy.
I'm 100% positive.
Wait, what's the whammy guy?
You thought it was David Koechner from Anchorman.
Oh no.
No, it
No.
doesn't even look
Kinda
anything like
it
him.
looked and sounded like him.
No, it really doesn't. He has a very distinct look, and that was not him. So, but yeah. Do you guys have any other video game moments that were great?
I've got video games I like, but that gets like a list.
No specific
What do you like?
moments.
I like the whole game of BioShock. I like the twist that they had. Fantastic.
Have you played the entire Bioshock?
One, yeah. I didn't
Oh,
play
like-
two.
Did
I
you
didn't
play
play-
Infinite?
No, I want to, but they I don't own it, and I'm not gonna steal it, cause
Good for you. A pretty heated debate, my understanding, which of those three is the best.
Yeah.
one.
I've heard a lot of Infinite recently.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of people do like Infinite, but I think
How can you possibly say one if you haven't played the other two?
because
Your
one-
opinion isn't
Well,
valid.
no, I played through a lot of the second one, but like it wasn't most. I don't think anyone would say that one's like particularly special. It was
Okay.
just kind of like
I mean, I've heard most of the discussion between Bioshock
Yeah.
1 and Infinite, and,
I've had
and you basically go, one's the
I've
best.
I've had friends who've played both of them, and they love Infinite, but like they say the story in one is better, and like for the time that when it was released, like Infinite might have some things that are like better, but that's just because it's like a revised version, but it's not because it's like a better game in actual like story arc and everything like that.
I'm correct in saying though that Bioshock 1 is just one big metaphor against like Ayn Rand philosophy, right? I forget what that's
the whole
called.
Atlas Shrugged.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
that's the
definitely
whole
something
idea.
that they bring up.
I mean, that's why his
Okay.
name is Atlas.
Yeah, world on his shoulders.
It's an awesome game.
When he shrugs, the earth shakes. Make the
Mm.
ground move. That's an ass quake.
Put my house up on that ass. That's an ass state.
That
You
is
guys gonna pick
definitely-
up Skyrim for like next gen?
When it gets cheaper, maybe.
Yeah, me too.
I don't want to pay $60 for a game I already paid $60.
I have
for.
PC, so I could just get the original and mod it out and make it cool.
Well, no, if you get the original for PC, it just comes you with the remastered version.
Seriously?
Yep.
And then I could just mod the remastered version, make it even better than the remastered version.
It's like there's going to be a section in it for mods.
Yeah.
Like,
Mods are
like,
available for
like the
the
community
three-
can
for the
promote their mods and be like, check this mod out, and you click on it and it mods your game.
Might want to look
Like
into
even
that
on, even on
because
consoles. Yeah.
read an
Well, no,
article. The specs to play the new Skyrim on PC way high.
Yeah, that's what happens a lot.
Oh,
So as you hear,
it's karate o'clock.
It's
Karate o'clock.
The karate club next door has started practicing. So that is our ending bell. And thanks for joining us, though, on Hilariously Terrible Podcast, episode number 2. Hope everyone enjoyed themselves.
Kia.
And hopefully we'll see you next week.
Bye.